Have you ever prayed and prayed again and still felt like nothing is changing? Like you're doing everything right, but life is not moving? You're showing up. You're believing. You're trying to stay strong. But deep inside, it feels like you're standing still while everyone else is moving forward. And that silent question keeps echoing in your heart. God, why am I still here? Why does this feel so slow? Did I miss something? Listen carefully, because this might change how you see everything. God's grace was never designed to keep you stuck. Not in confusion, not in delay, not in cycles that never end. If you feel stuck right now, it's not proof that God has abandoned you. It's proof that something deeper is happening beneath the surface, something you cannot see yet. Grace is not passive. Grace is active. It moves. It builds. It shapes. It transforms. And sometimes, before it moves things around you, it starts by working within you. Stay with me. What feels like being stuck might actually be divine preparation. Comment below, I'm not stuck, I'm growing. And don't skip this. The next part might explain exactly what you've been feeling. What if you're not stuck at all? What if this season isn't punishment, but preparation? We live in a world that celebrates speed, fast success, fast answers, fast results. But God doesn't rush transformation, because He's not just trying to take you somewhere. He's trying to make you into someone stronger, someone wiser, someone ready. That delay you hate, it's building endurance. That silence you don't understand, it's developing your sensitivity to His voice. That frustration is refining your character. Because grace doesn't just open doors. It prepares you to walk through them without falling apart. Grace is working in you before it works for you. And if God released everything too early, you wouldn't be ready to carry it. Stay with me next. I'll show you how progress can be happening even when you see nothing. Drop A in the comments if this is hitting you. And don't scroll, this next part is where it gets real. Let me tell you something most people don't understand. Just because you don't see progress doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Think about a seed. The moment it's planted, it disappears. Hidden, buried, out of sight. If you judged it at that moment, you'd say nothing is happening, but underneath the soil, something powerful is taking place. Roots are forming. Strength is building. Life is developing. That's how grace works. Quiet before it becomes visible. Invisible before it becomes undeniable. Right now, God is strengthening you in ways you can't measure yet. Mentally, you're learning to endure. Spiritually, you're learning to trust deeper. Emotionally, you're becoming more stable. This season is not empty. It's active. You just can't see it yet. Stay, because the next part will show you why many people quit right here. Comment, something is growing in me. This is where many people get it wrong. They walk away too early. Not because God failed them, but because they misunderstood the season they were in. They called it delay, when it was actually development. They called it rejection, when it was protection. They called it being stuck, when they were actually being positioned. Listen, every season has a purpose. And if you misread the season, you'll respond the wrong way. You'll quit when you should stay. You'll doubt when you should trust. You'll walk away when breakthrough is closer than you think. Grace is not working against you. It's working for you even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels slow, even when it feels confusing. Stay with me, because next I'll show you what you must do so you don't delay your breakthrough. Comment, God is working on me. Right now, this is not the time to quit. This is not the time to give up. This is the time to stay steady. Stay grounded. Stay consistent. Keep praying even when it feels repetitive. Keep showing up even when it feels unnoticed. Keep trusting even when it feels uncertain. Because grace is not just moving you forward. It's sustaining you in the process. You may feel tired, but you're still here. You may feel unsure, but you haven't given up. That's grace. And the breakthrough you've been waiting for, it's not far. It's closer than you think. Closer than it feels. Closer than it looks. If you made it this far, don't stop now. Like this video, share it with someone who feels stuck, and follow, because the next part will reveal how grace is already moving you forward. Final comment, I'm staying in position. Grace is powerful. But here's something many people misunderstand. Grace is not passive. It doesn't remove your responsibility. It invites your participation. You don't earn grace, but you must respond to it, because what God is doing in your life right now requires your cooperation. That means showing up even when you don't feel like it, praying even when it feels silent, believing even when nothing makes sense, because grace flows best through consistency, not perfection. Consistency, small steps, quiet obedience, daily faithfulness. That's how grace begins to move things. Most people are waiting for a big moment, but God is watching your small decisions. What you do when no one sees, what you do when it's hard, what you do when you feel like quitting. That's where grace meets you. Stay with me, because the next part will explain why everything feels slower than expected. Comment, I will stay consistent. Don't scroll, this might shift your perspective completely. Let's deal with something honestly. Waiting is hard, especially when you thought things would have happened by now. You had a timeline, a plan, an expectation, but life didn't follow it. And now you're wondering, God, why is this taking so long? Here's the truth. God is never late. Not once. Not ever. He is intentional, precise, deliberate. If it hasn't happened yet, it's not because he forgot. It's because something isn't ready yet. Either what you're asking for or who you are becoming. And both matter, because receiving something too early can damage you more than delay ever could. That's why grace sometimes slows things down. Not to frustrate you, but to protect your future. To align the right people, the right opportunities, the right version of you. God sees what you cannot see. And he's not just thinking about now. He's thinking about what comes next. Stay, because the next part will reveal why you might be closer than you think. Comment, I trust your timing. This is the moment where many people quit. Right here. Right before things change. Right before clarity comes. Right before the breakthrough. Because it feels the hardest. The silence feels heavier. The delay feels longer. The doubt feels louder. And that's when people walk away, not realizing they were one step away. Listen carefully. Just because it feels like the end doesn't mean it is. Sometimes that feeling is a sign that something is about to shift. Because before growth becomes visible, pressure increases. Before doors open, resistance shows up. Before breakthrough, there is tension. You're not falling apart. You're being stretched. And what's stretching you is preparing to release you into something greater. Grace doesn't bring you this far to abandon you. It brings you through and then brings you out stronger. Stay, final moments are coming, and this is where everything connects. Comment, I won't quit now. There is always a moment where everything changes, not slowly, not gradually, but suddenly. A shift where what felt blocked opens, where what felt confusing becomes clear, where what felt heavy turns into peace. And in that moment, you'll realize something powerful. God was working the entire time. Every delay, every closed door, every silent season, it wasn't wasted. It was necessary. Because when the shift happens, you'll be ready. Not just to receive it, but to sustain it. Grace doesn't just take you to the door. It prepares you to walk through it with strength. So don't lose focus now. Don't disconnect now. Don't give up now. Stay anchored, because this final part is for you. Comment, my shift is coming. Hear this clearly. You are not stuck. You never were. You are in a process. A divine process. One that is shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you. God's grace is not holding you back. It's moving you forward. Even now, even in this moment, even in ways you cannot see yet. So don't quit. Don't doubt. Don't walk away. Because what God started in your life, He is going to finish. And when you look back, you'll understand why it had to happen this way. If this message spoke to you, like this video. Subscribe for more powerful messages. Share it with someone who feels stuck. I comment, grace is moving me forward. Because your story is not over. In fact, it's just getting started.